All right, we'll come to matters arising. Wike bouncing back in a way, taking over reverse politics as the leader. And we don't know what that position is, whether it's through APC or Rainbow leadership, joint venture leadership. We don't know. Maybe renewed hope agenda leadership. But as it is, it's becoming increasingly difficult for Fubara to come back. Except there is a way Wike can say, oh, let me allow him to. I don't know. Let me come to you, Dr. Piper. Fubara, when Fubara became a governor, Wike bought only one phone and made only one phone buyable and available. Yeah. And some people complained. Yeah. Fubara never complained. Yeah. Fubara, felt it was okay to do
it. Was to his advantage.
Yes, it was okay to do that. But now, the game that he started, is beginning to repent along the line to his favor.
It means there is no internal democracy in any of the political parties. Fubara did not emerge through what a credible democratic process. So he is a victim of the same problem. To put it simple, who knew Fubara before he became governor? What was his antecedents? Was it the Rivers people that looked around and said, oh, of all the people we have seen in Rivers State, the best candidate is Fubara? Then they came together. No, he was handpicked by Wike. And the same person who handpicked you is now delisting or deleting you from the political calculus. So I keep saying it that I really don't sympathize with Fubara in any way. And I don't see Fubara coming back. I see him fading into political oblivion. My opinion.
Okay, beyond the second tenure, Wike has also, in a way, taken over the leadership of PDP. Again, he was expelled by Turaki, but now, with the court judgment, they have fixed a date for their convention. What will Wike be doing in River State? We are hearing in a way that he might even fly the flag of PDP as a presidential candidate. If that happens, how will he manage Rivers APC for Asiwaju and PDP for himself or for any other interest?
I'm surprised you're asking this question. Who made Wike the political leader of Rivers State yesterday? Is Tinubu. So if you ask your boy to, there's what we call a placeholder. If Wike become the presidential placeholder of the PDP for Tinubu, how is that a problem for Wike to manage Rivers State? But now let's come to the point of whether Wike has actually taken over PDP or not. You see, we're in a country where things happen and everybody, we are just too docile in this country. But I think the like of Turaki will not let go. Don't forget, Turaki is a seasoned lawyer. Not just a seasoned lawyer, he's a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN. He has practiced law for a long time. He was the former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not a mere man. Okay, fine. The Federal High Court in Ibadan, in their wisdom, what was not before them, they decided to deliberate on it and give judgment on it. I can assure you that judgment will be challenged at the Court of Appeal. And once it's challenged, whatever thing he said is on hold. So Wike and his group and his call saying that, PDP is going to convention. PDP had done their convention. Yesterday, they merely informed INEC through the media that they are going to hold convention, that INEC should take note of it, and INEC should recognize their leadership as the only leadership of PDP. But remember that in that convention that held in Ibadan, we have the Electoral Act that spelled out how convention parties will hold their convention. Parties are expected to give notice. They are required, not expected, to give notice to INEC, 21 days notice. The notice to be signed by the national chairman and the national secretary, which was done before the secretary decided to say that his signature was forged or whatever and all of that. So Wike is not yet to huru for in PDP, but it could be huru for in Rivers, but not in PDP.
The essence of party existence and party administration is to be able to win an election and at the end of the day govern a people.
Exactly.
Come 2027, if they continue with this fight, and after 2027 Turaki wins, has Wike not won?
Let me tell you what will happen. You see, today, as it is, it's a problem of PDP. But I can assure you, it's a Nigerian problem.
It's settled in Nigeria.
So when you disrupt all the political institutions, including PDP, which is on the spotlight now, and then you feel you have succeeded, you see, you push people to the wall. If they can't break the wall and go in, they will push back. And the pushback could be anything.
Okay, let me come to issues of Rivers State again with you. If Fubara is not going, certainly Wike will be bringing out someone else.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Amechi is in the interest of feeding anybody to become governor, or Odili is already getting old and is getting tired. If Wike succeeds in bringing out another person that succeeds him, eventually, and the person ends up for any reason having another problem with Wike, how will Rivers people see Wike?
What will happen is what has always happened. The people are the losers, because what a democracy is supposed to be is the people themselves making the choice. That's why it is defined as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But what we are seeing here is a government for the people, not by the people, and then we can't even say it is of the people. So amongst the three criteria in which you judge a democracy, we won. So what are we going to see in Rivers State? A repetition of the same thing. I have never in my entire life seen such a degradation as we are seeing in Rivers State, where we will see matured men stand up on the podium and all they do is sing the praises of individuals, as if there is no electorate in Rivers State. Let me say it again, straight to the face of the Rivers youths. If you are a Rivers youth, you are a youth of Rivers State, I am ashamed of you.
Are you ashamed of Rivers youth?
I'm ashamed of the Nigerian youths, including myself, because we're all docile. We kept talking about the youth. In our days, what happened to us? What did we do before we became an old man? Did we stand for our right? Yes, we could say, okay, when we were in university, we protest against the military.
We didn't protest, we rioted.
We rioted, and we did a lot of things that helped the civil society to be able to fight against the military to bring in democracy. But when that happened, did we take position of leadership? We didn't. We allowed the old men to take the position of leadership, and that's what had brought us to where we are. So therefore, River State, you know, the youths are there, but what has become of them? Do they have what it takes to stand for elections?
Okay, now if in River State Fubara decides to run against Wike's candidates, maybe, I don't know, Wike could use another party. Fubara, is able to win primaries of that of APC. How far would Fubara go?
Fubara will go nowhere. Like he rightly pointed out.
Why are you so sure? A governor of River State, he has money, he has
you a question. Before now, who was
it doesn't
Fubara?
matter, he's a governor now.
Fubara will
Wike
go
was also nothing before he became a governor.
Fubara will, you know why Fubara will go nowhere? Because Fubara does not know what it takes to be governor. You can't be governor. You have House of Assembly that you cannot penetrate. How are you going to penetrate the entire River State to get votes? In the first place, Fubara will go. You know why Fubara will go nowhere? Because he had not endeared himself to the people. Today, Fubara, if you listen to Rivers, Fubara is busy holding back the money to spend on people, and people are hungry. He's not doing any project that per se to say that Fubara is working. All he does is to say, if you want to follow Tinubu, don't follow Kona. If you want to follow Fubara, don't follow Kana. And when that happened, impeachment was snapped on him. And what happened? He went back into coma. Fubara is in coma. Have you heard of him in recent time?
No, it's not a brother. He doesn't play wicked kind of politics.
I'm sorry to differ. He plays exactly the type of wicked because he's a wicked student, and because he do not learn very well, that's why he's having the problem.
He didn't graduate. All right. Let me take you to PDP because you've not lent your voice there. Turaki appears to be resolute. But I'm looking at a picture of 2027. This is already 2026. How resolute can you be in the courts. That's, we know how Nigerian courts, how busy they can be, and one case that is expected to be expedited, you might not be getting any judgment until about September, and before you know it, you're already into next year.
I think this country should apologize to everyone, because everything they taught us in school, we are seeing something entirely different.
Very well.
They told us that there was the legislative, the judiciary, and the executives. We can't see the judiciary anywhere anymore. In those days, you ask any child, what do you want to be? It's either I want to be a doctor or I want to be a lawyer, or some will even say I want to be a professor. Now, if you ask the average person who is a doctor, who is a professor now is defined as someone who rigs election for INEC. And a lawyer is simply now
Miscarriage of justice.
That's absolutely what. So these days, people have no confidence in the judiciary. They have no confidence in the legislature, in the legislature. And then the executives seem to have swallowed both the legislatures and the judiciary. Until we see the real separation of power, this jamboree will continue.
In response to the question you asked, we are looking at 2027. You see, when you create a chaotic situation, thinking that you will profit from it, you'll be surprised that chaotic situation will swallow you alongside.
So when you see, let me ask you now, do you think this chaotic situation that can swallow people, it's only Wike that it cannot swallow?
Wike inclusive is what creating it. You see, when you feel that you will make PDP not to have candidate, and if the accuse a group felt so strongly that they are feeding their candidate, whether INEC recognizes or not, they are going for the election. What do you think will happen?
All right. I think I'm going to stop on those two notes. You can create a chaos and you end up being a victim. And Dr. Piper said, until there is a clear separation of power, we are going nowhere. We'll be right back very shortly.